Oh, whoa, hello. All right, different angle here. I'm in my hotel room. Here's Eric. All right, let's admit him. We've got some new features that I'm checking out. So today is Saturday, January 29th, and here's Mr. Kong. So hold on a second. Uh, I thought today we. Hello,
Hi.
Eric. How you doing?
So I've been really good these days because Spring Festival is coming.
Yes, I know. Happy New Year, right? So what is it?
Yeah,
Shinnian Kuaila, right? Yeah, there
yeah,
you have
thank
it.
you.
Yeah, the year of the what? Gao, right? The year of the dog, or what do you
So
year
it's maybe the year of the tiger.
Lao Hua, right? The tiger.
Yeah,
Yeah, excellent. Very good.
yeah,
All right, I'm looking at Zoom. Zoom's got some new features, right? So I was checking this out. I don't know where. So discover and add apps to enhance your experience. Oh, here. Okay. Interesting. So they've got, can you see this on your computer when I pull this up or no?
no, I can't see
Okay.
it.
So they've got, I'm trying to here. Let's maybe let me split screen here, because maybe this can help us do some stuff. So get rid of this. All
Yeah,
right.
I can see it now.
Okay. Let me close this off. So let's see, one-on-one group meeting agendas by work patterns. I'll spend time by my own to go over this because this will help me, teach my other students too. So a Zana app for Zoom. Boy, they've got a lot now. Bingo for Zoom. Ooh, education and games. That's cool. Box app, catch up. Wow, look at all this. This is just within the last month or two, right? DocuSign,
Yeah,
donations by pledge. Okay, excellent. Yeah, I didn't, that other book, I just could not find any teaching material on that
yeah.
one book. So, I welcome to app books. I don't want that. Yeah, I guess. Okay. So have you read any of this or?
So I plan to start it from tomorrow, and by I think the next week I'll finish maybe 10 to 15 pages for the first chapter.
That's fabulous. That's great. I know I always like reading it by book, but nowadays it's so easy to read online and it's free and it's cheap. So there you go. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is not so bad to read, but I'm reading off my new computer. So maybe I'll read along with you to get
Okay.
to know this a little bit better. But the last book, I apologize, I couldn't find any teacher's aids, right, to
Yeah.
help. But I think this book, not only was it advised to increase your IELTS vocabulary, right, but I think it's a very famous book too. So
Yeah.
we'll do a little of that afterwards. But today I thought let me just close that off. Today I thought we would go over your writing. A very good job. I must say that was excellent. How long did it take you to do that? To do this?
So about 35 minutes.
35 minutes? That's great. I think maybe that's the amount of time that you would have, right? So yeah, that's great. I don't know. Again, let me make this a little bit bigger for us. I don't know how the IELTS, I'll have to do research too, because, I teach IELTS as well. So I'll have to do some research on how they're actually administering, right? Or
Yeah.
giving the test in terms of, is it online now? I would assume you still go in, but I think you have to speak with the mask. But I don't know if you type or you write. So I'll have to really research that because there's different ways to think about or how to structure, right? When you have time to uh, write it and time to type it, right? Type it. So, okay, excellent. Letter of instruction. Perfect. All right. So you spent a week with a friend on holiday, right? Ingwa Lida holiday. May go around, we say vacation. Okay.
Yeah.
When you got home, you realize, right? And they spell with an S, we spell with the Z or Z. You had left your wallet there. So you need to write a letter to your friend. And in your letter, right, thank your friend for the holiday and explain that you left your wallet in their house. Give them instructions of how to send it back. Okay, so when you look at this, right, this is what they want you to accomplish. What are you thinking when you see this? How are you going to structure
So I think I first say the thank your friend for the holiday. So I need to say thank you for like spending the holiday with me, and then explain that you left her wallet in their house. So it means I realized that I have left the wallet in your house, and then it said give them the instructions of how to send it back to you. You need to give them some solutions of sending the wallet back to me.
Yes, fabulous. Now I'm overthinking this, and you'll hear this sometimes by your professors or in other classes, right? KISS, right? It means keep it simple, stupid, right? Calling, to just keep it simple. So I think I'm overthinking this, because sometimes when you want to do it first, second, and third, you'll see this, right? You'll see 1, 2, and 3. So a bullet, sometimes you can incorporate that anywhere. But in this case, it is very logical. It's very logical to do it this way, right? First, you thank them. Yeah, thank you very much. It was great. And then, right, then it's logical. Oh, by the way, I happened to leave my wallet in your house, and these are my forwarding instructions. But I read it, and this looks very good, my friend. So good job. Okay, so dear friend, yeah, that's great. If you want, I guess you could have put a name, that's fine, an English name, but that's all right. Dear friend, okay. And I like the way you indented this, right? So to indent means to move over, right? And ingwenyifu, right? To indent something. Okay, thank you for spending such a joyful holiday with me. Excellent, good use, comma. I'm glad that both of us enjoyed ourselves and got lots of great memories. How would you change this to make it sound a little bit better? Not got lots of great memories.
So let me read it.
Okay.
So I think had a lot of or had many great memories.
Yes,
It's also okay.
perfect. I would use had, right? So thank you for spending such a joyful holiday with me. I'm glad that both of us enjoyed ourselves, and we made we made lots of great memories. Okay. Again, this is a preposition. That's just my preference. But when it ends with of, in, in, right? So how could you incorporate great memories back into the sentence without ending in a preposition? Actually, I think you could probably move this somewhere in the sentence so that you don't end with a preposition, right? So where could you place this? How about this? Let me give it a go here, right? So thank you. Thank you for spending such a joyful holiday with me. I'm glad that we made lots of great memories, and we both enjoyed ourselves, right? That just sounds just a little bit better. Again, man, that's just my preference. I was taught not to end with prepositions. Some teachers do, right? And I know you use a different word program or to type. So sometimes, like I do, right, the double tap, but this seems to make it really high space. So that's all right. Just do it one is fine. Okay. So I'm writing to you because Oh, this is cool on Apple too. Look at, you can do this now too on the new software, new platform. What is it? The new software, I guess. All right. So I'm writing to you because I realized that I left my wallet in your house. Okay. Well, you're also writing because you had a good time, right? You're writing to thank them.
Yeah.
And then you're explaining that you left the wallet in your house and you're giving them instructions. So you could always start that, right? I am writing to thank you. Thank you for spending such a joy. You write to start that with me. I'm glad that we made lots of great memories and we both enjoyed ourselves. Okay, get rid of this. You can say unfortunately, right? So unfortunately, comma, because you didn't mean to leave. No one means to leave their wallet before they leave, right? So unfortunately, I realized, right? So, right, you're writing for a British proctor or invigilator is what they would say. You're writing for a British test. So how would you spell realized?
So I'll change the into S.
Yes, right, exactly right. So I realized, okay, sorry. Oop. All right, so here it will come up because I'm American, so it comes up on Word is incorrect, but it's correct in British English. Okay, unfortunately, I realized you don't need that. I left my wallet in your house. Okay, again with the preposition, where could you put this to not end in a preposition? Where could you put it in?
I would say I realized in your house I left my wallet.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, that's great. All right. So in your house or in your home, right? So in your home. That's great. So unfortunately, I realized in your home that I had left my wallet. Good. Okay. As I have a few issues, so you've explained that you left your wallet, you thanked your friend, and now you want to, and then give them instructions of how to send it back to you. Okay. But so as I have a few issues to deal with in need of my wallet, I have to get it back. Yeah, I wouldn't use issues, right? What would be another word for issues if you in English that you forget your wallet? What's inside? Seine wallet, seine double, right? Inside your bag. What would you have that's important in your wallet? Maybe not today because everyone's wasting pay, but
money.
Yeah, right. Money, maybe. Well, money, or maybe you would have important cards, maybe still. Yeah. So okay. So I have a few important cards and information inside it.
Yeah.
Therefore, I need it back, right? I need to get it back. What do they don't know? Oh yeah, semicolon. I was going to do that actually. Therefore, I sincerely hope. And you know what? When do you use it's called a semicolon? Do you know the rule on this, Eric? When to use this?
So I know it in Chinese, but I really don't know how to use it in English.
Okay. Yeah, we've got time. So hold on, let me do the rule on semicolons. Too long. SAT, maybe semicolons. Yeah, that's introduction to semicolon. Yeah, this is okay.
Hello, grammarians. In this video, I'm going to tell you about a piece of punctuation called the semicolon, which basically looks like a comma with a period on top of it. The semicolon has a few uses, but the basic sort of standard use is to link two closely related ideas that can stand on their own as individual sentences. So that might sound a little weird. You think there's two individual sentences, so they just have a period in between them. Why do they need to be linked? Well, let's look at an example and I'll show you what I mean. I'm a big fan of roller coasters, but if I weren't, I could say something like, I don't want to ride the Mega Sky Coaster. I'm afraid of heights, and that ride sounds terrifying. Now, you notice we have a semicolon here in between these parts, but let's take a step back and just put a period here for a second. So now we have, I don't want to ride the Mega Sky Coaster, period. I'm afraid of heights, and that ride sounds terrifying, exclamation point. These can work on their own as different sentences, but they're so closely tied together. You know, I say, I don't want to ride the Mega Sky Coaster. It's sort of telling us the backstory as to why I don't want to write it. So we can use a semicolon in this instance to sort of tie the two sentences together into one. Now, we can't go around tying every sentence to each other. We can't have everything just connected with a whole bunch of semicolons.
So basically, it's two sentences, right? So one, two that are very similar, but they need you need to tell the reader to they're equal, very similar, but different, right? So if you put a period, you can go on to something totally different. Whereas this one, right? So I don't want to ride the Mega Sky Coaster because, right? So instead of using because, semicolon, I'm afraid of heights, and that sounds terrible.
In this case, because these clauses are sharing such similar information. In this sentence, the two clauses that are directly connected are both independent clauses. This makes sense because the semicolon's job is to connect things that can stand on their own as sentences. But a sentence isn't always just an independent clause by itself. One example of this would be, I want to get a pet turtle, semicolon. However, I think it might scare my baby brother. This is an independent clause, and so is this, but the however in between the two of them can make things a little bit confusing. That's why it's important to note that you can have a semicolon followed by an introductory adverb or a transitional phrase. It doesn't just have to be independent clause, semicolon, independent clause, period. You can have other clauses and phrases and words in there, as long as the things that you're linking together can stand on their own as individual sentences. There's another place we can use semicolons, which is in a complex list. In this case, it's called a super comma, but we're going to get to that in another video. So for now, this is how you use a semicolon to link parts of a sentence. If the words to the left and the words to the right of the semicolon can stand as individual sentences with a period in between them, you can put a semicolon there instead.
Yeah, that's pretty
You can learn anything. Page out.
Page out. Okay, all right. Let me stop that. Hold on there. No. All right. Okay, let's go back to this. But this was very good, right? I'm just helping you. I would have given you a very good score on this. I'm just, trying to make you, make it better, right? So I have a few important cards and information inside. We already know what it is. So it's a wallet, right? You've already said that. So that's redundant. So we don't even need it. So I have a few important cards and information inside. Therefore, I need it back, right? So sometimes less is best. So I need it back, okay? Therefore, I sincerely hope that you are able to send it back to me. Very good. That was an excellent sentence. Okay, so you said thank you. You explained that you left your wallet in their house, and now it's time to give them instructions, forwarding instructions, right? How to physically mail them back, okay? These issues are not very urgent, so you may keep the wallet for a few days as you are busy with your work. I wouldn't even need this, right, Eric? I don't even think you maybe don't even need this. So when you are free, I would say, please, when you are free, please go to the, right, the post office. And you don't even need near your home, right? When you're free, please go to the post office and email,
No, no, that's not email.
right? You would say in Megwa England, you would say mail. However,
Yeah.
do you know what they say in England?
So I think I don't know it.
They would say post. You go to the post and you post it,
Yeah.
right? So when you are free, please go to the post office and post the wallet to me, or yeah, back to me, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Please write my home's location as the receiver's address. Oh, give them. So I interpret this as to give like a fake address, right? So maybe like in English, you just put, please write my home's location as a receiver. Please write my home's location, comma. Hold on. Please write my home's location, which is, right? And they already know, they know Eric Kong, right? You're going to be taking the test, which is Eric Kong, right? I would say 111. You can do Main Street, right? I don't know, give Shanghai, right? Or Hong Kong, period, right? Or Shenzhen, whatever, right? In English, okay? So which is, and why is that not a sound? Oh, I guess not, okay. I would say comma, put a comma there. Which is Eric Kong, right? Main Street, Hong Kong, period. By the way, when you are sending it, this sounds redundant, post and post. So I would do and send the wallet back to me. And by the way, when you are posting it, right?
Yeah.
That's what the British say, posting it, please give me notice, right? Okay, I would like to appreciate you a lot for helping me. I will appreciate you, right? Just grammar, I will. But this is excellent, Eric. Very good. I will appreciate you a lot for helping me. Yeah, for helping me, period. And I always just end, thank you, right? Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then and then all the best, right? And then you might want to do any word that's over 3 letters.
Yeah.
But the first one you'd want to capitalize. But when your salutation, when you're saying goodbye, or your signature, you're right, you would say you capitalize. So you'd say all the best, right? Eric Kong, or you're all the best, comma, your friend, Eric Kong, right? Because they know your name and it's a personal letter, right? So, but that was excellent, my friend. That was very good. So I'm just going to save that and I'll give it back to you if you want to compare and contrast. And then we'll give you another one for next week. But today, I thought we'd work on your IELTS oral part, right? To get you to work on your speaking. But I know you're going to do phenomenal on your speaking. But hold on, let me send, okay. You're comparing and contrasting here. Okay. Let's do that real quick. New dingo send and file. Okay, Eric's 7th essay, right? Good. Okay, there, now you have it. All right, let's do, so this is the one that I always do my college students. I think she's pretty good. So this is IELTS Liz. So let's do some, and let me see you here. There you go, my friend. Okay, let's do speaking. Okay, so the speaking test, IELTS speaking, right? Speaking tips, information, advice, model answers, and topics to help you prepare successfully for your IELTS speaking test. This page contains everything you need to know and the essential skills for a high score in IELTS speaking. The IELTS speaking test information below is essential information about the IELTS speaking test. Go ahead, Eric, please read all of the information here.
Okay. 1. The speaking test is face-to-face with an examiner in a room. 2. There is only one speaking test for all candidates. Academic GT candidates take the same speaking test. 3. If you're doing computer-delivered IELTS, you will still have a face-to-face interview with the examiner. The speaking test remains the same for everyone. 4. It is recorded so that you can ask for a remark if you wish later. 5. This is an informal speaking test. 6. The examiner who asks the questions will decide your results at the end of the test. 7. The test lasts between 11 and 15 minutes, not more and not less. 8. The examiner controls the time and length of your answers. 9. The test comprises
Yeah, no,
oh,
mama, so, right? So it's comprises, 3 syllables, right? Something
yeah, comprises of ID check and greeting. Part 1, question answer 4 to 5 minutes. Part 2, a talk for 1 to 2 minutes with rounding off questions for 1 minute. Part 3, discussion 45 minutes. 10. There are 4 marking criteria. 1. Fluency, comprehension, 25%. 2. Vocabulary, 25%. 3. Grammar, 25%. 4. Pronunciation, 25%. 5. You can see more details on this page. IELTS band scores. 11. See below for more information about speaking and also more test information. Click here. IELTS FAQ. 12. IDP or BC.
Yes, fabulous, right? So these are the important things to know. So fluency and cohesion. Do you know what cohesion means?
No, I don't know it.
Well, you're great at cohesion. It's another word, right? It sounds very similar. Comprehension, right? So you
Yeah.
understand everything I ask of you. You understand your English comprehension. Your cohesion is excellent, right? And then number 2 is vocabulary. So this is what I always want you to work on. So when you're reading this book, if you don't understand it, right, my friend, go to the dictionary, right? And then you increase your knowledge, your English vocabulary that way.
Yeah.
And then hopefully you can use it on your test, right? And then 3 is grammar, right? So this is what we're doing in your writing. We go over it together to help you improve your English grammar. And then pronunciation. You have a very international English pronunciation and accent. So that is very good. You're very recognizable to everyone. So that's excellent. Okay, I'm going to print this out for you. Small scores, click here. No, let's see what this one was. IELTS facts. Let's go see this information. I think it's too early in the game for that. But I don't want to get your ego too high. But I had one of my old IELTS students about maybe 5 years ago now, 4 years ago. You speak much better than him and your comprehension is much better than him. And he got an 8, right, out of 9 on the English speaking. So I think you have an opportunity, Eric, to really score perfectly, right, on your speaking, right, on your speaking topics. All right, let's just jump right in. Let's do part 1, okay? So what is IELTS speaking part 1? This is face-to-face, right, with the interviewer or the examiner. So that's going to be 4 to 5 minutes. Wow, ni bing long ma. You're sick, Eric?
Yes, so it's a little bit.
All right. I understand. It's cold, right? It's cold. All right. So 12 questions based on 3 topics. Questions about yourself, your life, and your country. Okay. Below is a list of topics and questions that the examiner can ask you in part 1 of the IELTS speaking test. Okay. So main topics for IELTS speaking part 1. These 4 topics are the most common in IELTS speaking part 1. You should prepare ideas and practice answering these questions. Eric, I don't think you need time to really take time. Sometime maybe they'll give you on these, not maybe for IELTS speaking, they'll be more informal, but they'll give you time to prepare. But I think you can do it, right? So how about number 1? What is your current job, Eric?
So my current job is a student.
Excellent, right? You could maybe elaborate a little bit more. I would generally try to speak at least maybe 2 sentences or maybe
Yeah.
3. So you could say, I'm currently a student in Yancheng, give the name of your school maybe, and what grade, right? What grade you are. Okay. Or where do you work? Where is your school?
My school locates in Yancheng, Jiangsu Province, China. Its name is Yancheng Foreign Language School.
Very good, right? The only problem was my school is located.
Yeah,
And
located.
so yes, excellent, very good. So excellent, that was perfect. Okay, no, they won't ask you this, right? Because they know this. All
Yeah.
right, is it a no? Do you like being a student? This one, Eric.
Yes, of course, I like being a student, although it makes me feel very tired, but being a student can improve my life skills and help me have a brighter future.
Yes, fabulous. Okay, do you get on well, right? British people will say get on well. Americans will say, do you get along with, right? So
Yeah.
do you get on well with your fellow students, with your classmates?
Yes, I get on well with my classmates. I form good relationships with them, and we're just we created a very good relationship between each other.
Fabulous, very good. Okay, do you remember what your first day was like in high school, maybe? Do you remember how you felt? What was it like?
Mm, So at first, I felt really scared because I think everything was new and I don't know what it was like. When I opened the door of our class, I felt pretty happy because I met my classmates. They're handsome and very beautiful, and I thought there would be a very good future and a very good time we experienced together. And now I feel really happy for having these classmates.
Yes, very good. Well, Johnny, I'm very proud of you, Eric. All right, if you had the chance, would you not become a student, or do you? Right? They were asking you these questions because
Yeah,
you want to maybe study, right, in an English-speaking nation. So right? I would say no. I really like. If I were me, I would say no. I really like studying and I want to continue my education, right? So for
yeah.
example, for that one. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do hometown, okay? So where is
Yeah.
your hometown, Eric?
So my hometown is a small town which is Taizhou in Jiangsu Province, China. So this is where I am now.
Okay, very good. Do you like your hometown? It's okay. You can say no, you can say yes, right? They want your opinion, right? To speak freely.
Yeah, I would answer yes, of course, because um it brings me a lot of happy moments that I have been in my childhood life and kindergarten time. And when I went back to my hometown, there are a lot of great memories.
Yes, very good. I always tell my IELTS students, right? At least, right? 三个动动动词， right? 3 things you want to elaborate your answer. So, for example, yes, I really like my hometown of Chicago because ER-san, 1, 2, 3, because it's
Yeah,
world famous for pizza. It has a very beautiful skyline. And during the summer, there's many sports and activities, right? So
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay. What is the oldest place in your hometown? Do you know this?
Yes, I know it. So my hometown is uh built 300 years ago in Qing Dynasty, and the oldest place
300 or 3,000?
three,
3,000.
300.
300, only 300. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. 300. Yes. And
Yeah, because it's located along the seashore. And then the oldest place in my hometown is Shuijie, or Water Street, because
it's very
uh
good.
yeah, it's just that this place.
Okay, and why is this famous? Sometimes an examiner, especially that you speak so well, they might just ask you more questions, right? Because it's very interesting. So why is Shui Jiao or Shui Ji, right?
Yeah.
Why is this such a famous street? What makes it famous?
Uh, for one reason, it has a long history, and the other one, in my hometown, there is a famous food which is called zao cha, and the Shui Street or Water Street is famous for it, so many people often visit there.
Yes, perfect, very good. Has your hometown changed much since when you were a child?
Yes, it has changed a lot since I was a child. It is just a small like town, and there are villages, and most of them are just fields. And but now the economy of my town increases a lot, and there are new roads and bridges, and cars are running through them, so you can feel them when your ages improves
Excellent, very
increases.
good. Okay, that's the next question then. So is there good public transportation in your hometown?
So I think now there is a good public transportation, because first it is along the sea line, so there are some ports and ships can go there, and um the sea lines to other countries are good, so it brings my hometown a lot of money. And then for railways and roads, there are a lot now, so it is like uh, it is like a net, and my hometown is one of the dots in the net.
Fabulous, very good. Okay, one more. How you good? Do you think your hometown is a good place to bring up children or to raise children?
So I think now let's still yes, because it still has some really beautiful um tourist places, and there are fields and crops everywhere, so you can feel uh the happiness of having something to eat. And then so I think it's really beautiful.
Yes, very good. Okay, Eric, I'm going to give you, I know we went over this on how best to read, right, an English book. So we'll just do this quickly. And I want you to do some more IELTS writing. So just go ahead and read as much as you can, but try to time yourself again for your next writing assignment. Okay. So let's do, where is this now again? Darn it. All right, pull it up. Okay, so for the book, I'm so used to growing up, we'll say 很老人, right? I usually have the book, but hold on a second. Okay. So I would, it's good to read the front and then the back, right? So it would be called maybe the prologue and the epilogue, right? So let me type that for you. Prologue, pro means before, right? Prologue. And then epi means after. So it's always good to read these so you get a sense of what the book is about, right? And then also the author. So this is a very famous author, and the internet is a wonderful thing, right, my friends? So oh man, how can I get out of there? We go. So you just do Neil Stevenson. Hold on a second. And the internet is miraculous. We didn't have this when I was growing up, so we had to go to the library and do it. So Neil Stevenson, author. Okay, and this just you get to know a little bit more about who he was, where he lived, right? So Neil Town Stevenson, he was an American writer known for his works of speculative fiction. Okay, he's still interesting. He's still alive, right? But he's 62 years old. He's an older fellow. his novels have been categorized as sci-fi, right? Science fiction.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? What is science fiction?
So the fiction is not real, so it's like a novel that you think about, but science is the novel, though it is imaginated, but it's also based on scientific things.
Yes, awesome, great, right? Or historical fiction, cyberpunk, post-cyberpunk, and baroque. Okay, so and he was born. So he's a contemporary, and he was born in Maryland in the U.S. So Snow Crash is one of his famous ones. He's written several. I've never heard of him, to be honest, before researching this, before giving you this book. But oh, he has his own website too, right? So that's good
Yeah.
to find out more about him. So best-selling Termination. So this is going to be a new one. Oh, and then he goes on book tours. So this is always interesting, right? If you're in the States,
Yeah.
that they come and the author speaks about a book. They do that if you go to, when you go to university, sometimes they'll go to the university and do that. So it's always you get to know the author before you read the book. So you get to know what they're thinking, what age they were, what age they wrote in, etc. So read the epilogue and the prologue. All right, Eric, let's pick your next writing assignment. Hold on. So writing task 1. Okay, band scores, charts for practice, GT for practice. How many should I write? How to describe? Oh yeah, she's pretty good. Let's watch her really quick. Oh no, we'll just watch a little bit.
Hello, my name's Liz, and in this lesson, I'm going to give you all the essential tips and techniques that you need to know to be successful with bar charts for IELTS Writing Task 1. We're going to look at each paragraph, and I'm going to show you what information you need to put in each paragraph and how to write it. This is the bar chart we're going to use for this lesson, so let's have a look. The chart shows the expenditure of 2 countries on consumer goods in 2010. IELTS will always give you a description of the chart, and this is key information that you need to read to understand the meaning of your bar chart. Now, when we look at the bar chart, we can see that down the vertical axis here, so at the side, we've got all the different amounts of money that the 2 countries spend. Along the bottom, so that's the horizontal axis, we've got all the different types of consumer goods. So we've got 5 different types of consumer goods. We have cars, computers, books, perfume, and cameras. And if we look further, we can see that the 2 countries, we've got one in blue and one in red. We've got France and the UK. So that is our bar chart for this lesson. Let's have a look at our paragraphs. The first paragraph that you will need to write is your introduction. Then you will have something called an overview. After that, you've got 2 body paragraphs. For the introduction, we need to paraphrase this statement here. So the information that IELTS give you, we need to write it again in our own words for the introduction. Let me show you how to do that now. And here is our introduction. So let me show you how I wrote it. Now, the first 2 words, the chart, you can see it's the same. I have not changed those words, and I don't recommend that you should. A chart is a chart. A graph is a graph. A table is a table. You do not need to paraphrase every word, because not all words can be paraphrased successfully in English. So it is normal for a band score 9 to have some words the same. So we've got the first 2 words, we're going to keep them. Then we will take a look at the verb. They say shows, we can use illustrates. You could also say gives information about.
Right, so this is where it shows, Eric, your your increased vocabulary usage, right? So you don't want it to really repeat. So the chart shows the expenditures, right? So instead of show, it illustrates, right? So that shows that you have a wide range of English vocabulary, okay? We'll just
They
watch a
say
little bit more.
the
and then we'll do your-
expenditure, and I say
Yes,
the
or your
amount
writing
of money
test.
spent. That's a very nice paraphrase. They say that it is the expenditure of consumer goods. So what I've done is I've kept that word. That's the correct word. It's an academic word. I don't want to change it, but I do add the number. It's time to introduce the categories. Remember, this is your introduction. You want to introduce the information. So the amount of money spent on 5 consumer goods. And here you can see that I have given the list. Now, it's very good to give a list of the categories, but only if it's not too long. So here we've got 5. If it is over 8, maybe you don't want to do that and you just give the number. But here I've given the list and I have used brackets. And brackets are very useful in academic writing task 1 so that you can put data or information in them. Perfectly normal to use. So we've got the list, and then I say in France and the UK. They say in 2 countries. But again, this is the introduction, and I want to introduce these 2 countries. So always try to give the names if you can. In the UK and France in 2010. And of course, the date, very important, because we must pay attention to the date to know the tense that we will use for writing this task 1. Is there anything missing? Yes. You can see down the side here that we've got some extra information. So of course we want to paraphrase the information given by IELTS, but we also want to look at the chart to see if there is any other information that we want to introduce. And of course, here we've got that all money is measured in pounds sterling.
Right, I would say between 100 to 500,000, right? That's what I would say.
Yeah.
So we need to write that in our introduction. And we can write units are measured
In pounds sterling or sterling is
In-
okay.
pounds sterling. And this is a very useful
You could even
sentence to
elaborate that
use
further.
because of course that
Because nothing goes above 500,000, it gets close. You could say, get rid of this. You could say, right, so the chart illustrates the amount of money spent on 5 consumer goods. She mentions all of these, that's fine. In France and in the UK in 2010. So 2010, that means you are writing in past tense, right? So yesterday,
Yeah.
the units are measured in pounds sterling, and I would even include between. I would say units are measured between 100,000 to 500,000 pound sterling.
that is a passive tense, which is very nice for the examiner. So if you have interesting units, for example, pounds sterling or a different currency, then please put the measurement for your units in your introduction. So that means the introduction is sometimes 1 sentence, sometimes 2 sentences, not longer. It's the easiest paragraph to write in IELTS writing task 1. You should not make any mistakes with this.
All right, that's good. All right, Eric, let's pick your next essay. Hold on. Or your next writing task, I should say. Wait, did I just miss it? Eh? Oh, I maybe deleted out of it. All right, hold on. IELTS Liz, get this over here. Yes. All right. Reading, writing, task 1. Charts for practice. You'll be doing you'll be taking the academic test. Diagram, model, answer, but model, answer. We don't want that. Practice lessons. Okay, did we do this one? Did we do rainwater?
No.
Okay, let's see what this one's about. Okay. All right, reported in 2015 and 2018, the IELTS writing test one. The diagram shows how rainwater is collected for the use of drinking water in an Australian town. Okay, I think it's a model answer though. We don't want the model answer. We want you to keep writing. Hold on a second, let me go back. I think we're up here. Okay, for academic, okay. Did we did this one, right? Men, women, and children, portions of fruit? No, we
No,
didn't.
there are no
Okay.
children.
Okay, all right, hold on a second. Download, there we go. All right, my friend, perfect. There we have it. Okay, and then we have the model answer so we can compare and contrast when we get back. So let me download this. Okay. Where is it? Where did it go? Downloads. I'm still getting used to this. Sorry, my friend. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, make it bigger. How do I make it bigger? Come on now. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Okay, there you go. Okay. So the chart below, this chart shows the percentage of people who ate 5 portions of fruit and vegetables per day in the UK. Now, some people will say UK like USA, right? Means United Kingdom. So you'd want to put period, right? So that's just a preference. I don't know, what they would say, but I guess they don't. So from 2001 to 2008, so you've got the percentage of people from 10 to 30. I guess 2006, women would be higher, right? Okay, and then you have men, women, and children. Okay. Okay. So I think reported is okay. The model answer in writing can be found. Would they just, okay, but what's the question? The chart below shows the percentage of people who ate 5 portions of fruit and vegetables per day. Let me, sorry, Eric, I want to see if there is a question to this. So I'm going to turn off the sharing portion. So I'm not going to share it with you because I want to see, no, don't share. Desktop, no, don't share. Stop sharing. Let's just go to this and see if there's a model answer for it. Practice is free at home. Click to start learning. Writing task 1. Charts for academic, right. Below are charts of practice. Okay, in the right academic, you'll be giving one of the following, and we'll have 20 minutes to write a full report. Answer. Okay, let me see this. Okay. They want you to write a full report on it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna send this to you too, Eric. So do you know what a report, like how to report something?
Yeah.
You do, okay, right? You're just going to explain this. Let me send this to you too. Here, hold on. Okay, hold on. Wait. So you're gonna do an analysis of that chart, okay? I'm not gonna send you the model answer. We'll review that afterwards, but here now in Ding Talk, let me send. Okay. Here is your writing task, your IELTS writing task for our next session. Again, please review the following helpful tips and try timing yourself, right?
Yeah.
So you can become more masterful at it, I guess, right? Okay. So let me set this to, hold on. Okay, we already did that. Writing task. Okay, there's the task attached. And then I'm going to send you the online screenshot now. That's my mom's. There you go. Tips. Okay, so there's the tips. So the tips, to make it bigger, tips for analyzing the model answer. Paraphrasing does not need to be complicated. Not all words can be changed all the time. Go ahead, Eric. Please read the tips.
Yeah. 1. Paraphrasing does not need to be complicated. Not all words can be changed all the time. Choose which words you will and won't change. Trying to paraphrase too often will result in too many errors with a lower score. 2. Highlight highs, lows, and trends in your overview where possible. 3. Make sure statements in your body paragraph are supported by data. 4. Make sure paragraphs are easy to read, to see. 5. Remember, this is a report, not an essay. 6. Look at the logical organization of information in the model answer above. It is easy to read and not confusing. If a report is confusing to read because you jump about with information, it is a bad report. All reports should be logical and clear. 7. Check the linking words used. 8. Note the variation in sentence structures. 9. Don't overload your report with too many small details. Be selective. 10. Aim for around 170 to 190 words. This model answer is 184 words in length.
Okay, perfect. Yes, no, that's great, Eric. So, all right, so you know you need 170 to 190 words. Now, let me just see. Hold on a second. Let me bow out of this. Come on, there you go. All right, let's see. I'm wondering, always forget how much time you guys have on that. So how much time? For IELTS writing task 1. Oh, approximately, you'll have approximately, it takes 60 minutes. So you make sure you plan your time accordingly. Most test takers spend approximately 20 minutes on task 1. Okay. So for right now, shoot, that was 30 minutes was good. Okay. So let's go here. Oh, no, we don't want that. So I would say, where's Ding Talk again? Come on, man. All right. So, Mr. Cole, please read as much as you can from your new book, comma, or semicolon. However, please
Yeah.
do, yes, do the IELTS writing task 1 report with at least 170 words and timing yourself around 30 minutes. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes? Hobble hop. Yes. All right, Eric.
Yeah.
Good job. Very good, my friend. And that was, oh, sorry, I misspelled your name. So Mr. Kump. But yes, that was very good. That was a very good writing task. I would have given you a good score, but again, my job is to make you even better on your writing task. And every other week maybe we'll work on your speaking, but you speak phenomenal. I think you have a very good chance of getting even perfect score on your speaking portion. So
Mhm.
now let's just work on your writing. All right, Mr. Khan, what are you going to do this week? Besides, well, obviously this homework, but what are you going to
Yeah.
do what are you going to do for fun?
Uh, so just for fun?
Yes, outside of this homework. Yeah, what are you going to do
Yeah,
for
so
fun?
I think I would celebrate the Spring Festival mainly and visit my relatives and have a good time playing with them.
Yes, who are you visiting? Are you visiting your mother's family or your father's family?
My father's family because
Mhm.
the government don't allow us to transport to other provinces
Right.
because my mother's parents' home is very far from us.
Ah, I see. So is everyone in Shang lockdown? You got every province is in lockdown?
No, so you don't
Oh,
you mustn't travel far, but
ah,
you can travel from cities to cities, but not from provinces to provinces. So
right.
it's not very safe.
Yes, right. Plus the Olympics. The Olympics are going on right in Beijing.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that'll be fun to watch too. So, all right, yeah, 新年快乐, right? Happy New Year, brother.
yeah.
And then,
Thank
yeah,
you.
maybe hopefully I'll see you next week. But yeah,
Yeah.
take your time reading. I'll try to find some maybe you can some questions about the book to work on your comprehension. But then you have your assignment in Ding Talk. Okay.
Okay.
All right, side Jen, brother. All right,
Yeah.
bye
Bye.
bye, bye bye, Didi. All right, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.